For you pet collectors or people looking to make a little bit of gold, patch 11.2 is going to add a chunk of new pets for you to go and collect, and in this video we're going to be running through those pets and how to get them. The first source of pets is going to be about 12 from this source, and the journal still 1 week before launch says vibrating box. However, the vibrating box doesn't exist. Instead, we found some of these pets from the Wriggling Pinnacle cache. This is going to be attached to the weekly event, the Ecological Succession, and basically what you'll do is you'll go through the campaign. Eventually you'll unlock the Ecological Succession. It'll be like its own little mini campaign quest line to go through. You'll go through that, you'll unlock the cache, and to get the cache you just fill the bar. You can fill the bar by doing the blue quests at the Oasis, or you can go and do the Devourer Swarms. There's 4 of these you can do each week, and killing these will give you an item that you can hand in to Venara. Or alternatively, as you progress the Oasis and the Ecological Succession, there'll be more little objectives you can do within the Oasis itself, like clicking robots, watering things like that will give you a little bit of progression too. Either way, fill up the bar and you will get a box on a character. Inside that box there'll be a chance of a pet, and these pets are actually currently cageable, at least the ones we've gotten, so you can cage them up and sell them, which may be a good chance for a little bit of gold early on in the patch. The pets you can potentially get from this will be the Cerulean Lapbug, the Copper Lapbug, the Cyan Siphomite, the Dread Horrorling, the Graceful Cosmic Rapup, the Impartial Watcher, the Inquisitive Cosmic Rapup, the Scrappy Thorntail, the Shimmering Itch Shifter, the Viridian Thorntail, the Vitriolic Itch Shifter, the Xanthus Siphomite. So there's going to be quite a few pets you can get from this. There's a couple of things we aren't too sure on currently though. The first is if all of them are going to be available from week 1, or you need to progress the Oasis, because the Oasis is all about like adding new things into the ecosystem. So it may be that some of them are kind of soft locked until you've progressed far enough. I'm probably going to say that's not the case, but it may be the case if you're not seeing a certain one appear, which means keeping up to date on this each week and being ahead of other people who fell behind will mean you could get pets that are maybe worth more value. But I don't think that's going to be the case, but maybe worth kind of trying to get this content out of the way as quick as you can to ensure you are ahead of the pack just in case. The other thing we couldn't confirm is if alts can get the pet drop from the cache as well. We did a bunch of caches on our mains and we got pets sometimes on those, but each week we tried on our alts, we didn't ever see a pet drop. However, we did see the mount drop on an alt. So not too sure if that is an issue with the mounts, if that means we got unlucky with the pets, or there's just something weird going on in between. Do keep that in mind though. The next 4 pets are all going to come from rare spawns that you can kill once per day per character for a low chance of the pet drop. As far as I know, these pets cannot be caged. So the first one up is going to be the Dusk Thief pet, and this comes from the Night Reaver, which you'll need to be in phase diving for, and you'll find this flying around just near the Ecodome, kind of to the right of it. It'll be flying around a little bit. Sometimes it will be a little bit too high, but you can pull it down and fight that for a chance of the pet. The next one also in phase diving is going to be Jimmy, and that will come from Mogril the Nether spawn, and you'll find this kind of just northeast of the Ecodome Primus, right near the Delve. There's going to be a rare spawn there that we can kill, and that will give us a chance of the pet. And then there's going to be another one in this area as well, which is not in phase diving, and that will be from Malek Ta, and we'll find that just to the right of Ecodome Primus. It won't be spawned initially. What you'll need to do is keep jumping on the sand. You should see a message in chat. You keep jumping, and eventually the rare will spawn, and you can kill that for a chance of that pet. The final pet we can get from rares is going to be Hecatamos, Bringer of Discord, and we'll find this over in the Oasis, so you're gonna have to do a little bit of a journey to that. And there's going to be an icon on the map showing the rare is available. There'll be this kind of torch thing in the center, but you won't be able to click it. Instead, what you need to do is run around the area and get the 4 different elemental based buffs. There's going to be a wind one just up near the main camp where Venari and stuff is, and then the others you'll find around the edge here, and also here. Once you've clicked all 4 of them, we can head back to where the rare is. You'll be able to click that and interact with it now, and the rare will spawn, allowing us to kill it once per day per character for a chance at that pet. The next 2 pets are going to be from treasures around the zone. The first one up is going to be Ixthal the Observling, and that's going to be fairly easy to get. Just near the Oasis, there's going to be a little treasure that we can find here, and all you have to do is click on it and you will get yourself the pet. So this one's quite straightforward. The next one up though, Mr. Longlegs, is going to be a little bit more complicated, and this is going to come from the Ancient ancient coffer treasure, but there is going to be some steps involved before we can even access that treasure. Shout out to Lazy for putting out the information on how this is obtained, but first of all we'll need to get our hands on the battered book. We're going to head to the Tempest Fields. In the middle-ish of the zone you'll find the kind of purplish section, and just to the right of it on the sands you should find a cart that's been kind of buried. We're going to go over to that and you should find the book just at the front of the cart. We're going to click on that and collect it and keep that in your inventory. And if you want to try and figure out the rest yourself, you could read the book, but we don't need to do that for the next step. Just having the book collected is all we need. Next up, we need to head over to the oasis, and in the oasis in the top right corner there's going to be this little waterfall, and we'll find the next item we need there, the submerged bottle. It will show up with the purple outline if you've got the book, so you should be able to find it nice and easy. Click on the bottle and keep that in your bag also. And now that we've got those two items, we can head over to the left side of this area, and we're going to find kind of like a broken tower, and if we fly up to the tower, to the kind of ledge that's been broken, we can get on there. There will be the ancient coffer, and now we can loot that, giving us access to Mr. Longlegs. The next pet up is going to be Starlight, and this is going to come from the Warrant weekly stuff, which it comes from the achievement Bounty Seeker. To get this, we need to complete 4 bounties fully, so you've done the full quest line and you've beaten the bounty itself, the Warrant. Now, just killing someone else's won't count. You'll need to do the full quest line yourself. The way this works is each week you'll head to Tazavesh. There's going to be a big guy near this billboard. You'll speak to him, you'll get his quest, and now you'll have access to the wanted posters behind him, so you'll pick up the one that's available for the week. You'll have to do the 3 tasks involved with this, and now you'll get the item in your bag to be able to pick up the quest, to be able to summon the rare, and now you'll kill that, and that will be one of the weeks done. So you just need to do 4 of the unique ones, and once you've done 4, you will get yourself the pet. It is worth noting as well, if you do 6, you will get a mount. So it is worth trying to do these week to week, because I do believe they rotate in a set order rather than it being random. But either way, you do want to make sure you're getting at least 4 of these done if you do want that pet. The next pet up will be the Penumbral Terror, and this can be purchased from Shadownis, which is going to come from the weekly currency you can get Untethered Coins. This is going to cost 4 Untethered Coins, and doing the phase diving, weekly phase diving is a new system coming in the patch. You'll get a quest each week to go into phase diving and complete like the world quest, kill rares, kill mobs, etc. Once the bar is filled, you can hand that in, and you will get yourself 7 of these Untethered Coins, meaning week 1, if you really want this pet, you could purchase it because you will have enough of the coins. This pet cannot be caged. The next pet up is going to be Sauron, and this is going to come from Ethereal Delves Heavy Trunks. Now, heavy trunks are just the chest you get at the end of a delve, but it does say the Ethereal Delves. So I'm not too sure if this means it's only the new delve that's available in Koresh, or if it means once you go into a delve, once you've got the cloak upgraded, there's a chance of these kind of like secret rooms you can go into, and going into it will give you a small alternative delve which is ethereal themed, and once you're done with that there'll be a loot room at the end. So it might be those chests in particular, not too sure. Either way though, some kind of heavy trunk at the end of the delves, whichever variant it is going to give you a chance at this pet. Next up, there will be 2 pets we can get from the raid Renown, and this is going to be very similar to the one we saw in Undermine, where you will be capped at 1 per week, but there will be a little bit of catch up, and it will cap at 15 Renown this time instead of 20. The first pet will be at raid Renown 8, and that will be Zoya, and then at raid Renown 13 you'll get Looker Gazkreth Jr. Next up, there is a pet that not too sure on currently. It could be tied to a secret within Tazavesh, it could be attached to the Tazavesh dungeon, not too sure because that is coming back as a hard mode variant as well. But that is going to be the Unfazed Diver, and that just lists its source as Tazavesh, question mark, question mark, question mark. Now there are 3 question marks on that, not 2, so I think it's safe to say it's not going to come from the question mark from delves, but it's going to have some other secret source instead. And then the final pets to talk about will be either found in the trading post, through the shop, or some kind of promotion. The first 4 will be all fell snooters. They'll have the Dusky Tooth fell snooter, the Musty First fell snooter, the Rusty Root fell snooter, and also the Scruffy Horn fell snooter. And then there will also be the Shade Fur Brew Thief, which is one that we saw in the past on the store. So it's either going to come back as some kind of promotion or the trading post, something along those lines. But those are the pets we'll see from one of those kind of Blizzard related sources. And that does bring us to the list of the pets available. So there is a good chunk. There's some opportunities as collectors to increase your collection, or if you're looking to make a bit of gold, there's a little bit of opportunity there as well. Either way though, I hope this guide was useful. Look out for more guides coming soon. Thanks for watching guys. See ya.